Okay, the next item would also be presented by Ms. Lasky.
Again, this next request is for a conditional use permit application for an electronic gaming operation or internet cafe to be located at 1213 Julian R. Allsbrook Highway. Anyone wishing to speak on the matter, please step forward to be sworn in.
Okay, at this time, I would declare the public hearing be open.
A gentleman named David Awtrey submitted an application for a conditional use permit to operate an electronic gaming operation at 1213 Julian R. Allsbrook Highway. The planning staff report is attached that outlines his application as well as a letter of intent to create a business center atmosphere that would install up to 80 electronic gaming computers. It's anticipated that the business will employ 4 to 5 local residents, and the hours of operation stated in the application are Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., and Sundays from 1 to 10 p.m. The Planning and Development Department staff has notified the applicant that at all times electronic gaming shall comply with the land use ordinance regulations. City staff has reviewed the application and finds that it conforms with the land use ordinance as it was submitted at the time, that the request is within the permitted jurisdiction of the B4 district with the approval of a conditional use permit from City Council, that the application was complete, and that if completed as proposed, that the business will comply with all requirements of the ordinance and go through the business use permit process where a floor plan will be required and inspections by the building inspector and the fire marshal will take place as well before a business use permit is issued. In following with the findings of fact, Section 2, it's believed that ingress and egress to the proposed structures is going to be in a safe environment, that off-street parking and loading will not affect adjacent properties. Currently, the site or the property is accessed through the Greatfalls Parking Plaza Shopping Center. And just to backtrack a little bit, but the unit itself is located directly next to where Sears is currently. It's a vacant unit in that shopping center. Staff believes it's probably true that refuse disposal will not affect adjacent properties, that utilities are available, that the type of screening and buffering is satisfactory and will not affect adjacent properties as it is an existing development. Any signage or lighting will be required to comply with the land use ordinance, and permits will be required for any installation of signage. The required yards and open space are believed to be in place as the site is currently developed. Under Section 3 of the findings, if completed as proposed, the business more than likely will not materially endanger the public health or safety. Staff believes that it's probably true that the business will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting property, and believes it's probably true that it will be in harmony with the area in which it's to be located. Staff believes that the business is supported through the comprehensive development plan for economic development and supports those policies, as well for commercial land use and economic development. Under the findings for Section 4, the applicant has addressed the requisite questions which must be answered by City Council. We feel that everything has been addressed at this time. On June 21st, 2012, the Roanoke Rapids Area Planning Board reviewed the application and unanimously voted to forward a favorable recommendation for approval of the conditional use permit to David Awtrey and Greatfalls Plaza, located at 1213 Julian R. Allsbrook Highway, for the electronic gaming business. with the conditions set forth by the land use ordinance. And at this time, unless you have any questions for me, it'd be appropriate to receive any public comment.
Again, I would ask if there's anyone that has public comment at this time, please come forward. If there is no one, I would move that public hearing be closed at this time. Okay, again, you have a worksheet to help us work through this information. At this time, we review section 1 and we call for a motion.
Mayor, make a motion that items 1 through 3 of section 1 are true based on the foregoing staff report dated July 2nd, 2012, and section 151 1 through 54 of the land use ordinance. 1, the requested permit is within the jurisdiction according to the table of permitted use. 2, the application is complete. And 3, if completed as proposed, the application development will comply with all the requirements of the land use ordinance.
Second by the motion. Any more discussion? There being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion will be carried. We move on to section 2.
Mayor, make the motions that in section 2, items 1 through 7 of section 2 are true based on the foregoing staff report dated July 2, 2012. 1, ingress and egress of the property is safe and convenient in terms of access and traffic flow. 2, off-street parking and loading affect adjacent property similar to the use permit in that zoning district. 3, refuse disposal affects adjacent property similar to the use permitted in that zoning district. 4, utilities are available. 5, the type, dimension, and character of the screening and buffering satisfactory. Screen adjacent property. 6, signs and lighting affect adjacent property similar to the use permitted in that zoning district. 7, required yards, open space, and existing trees and other attractive and natural features of the land are preserved.
Second to Councilman Lawson's motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any more discussion? There being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Section 2 be approved. Again, we move to section 3, and that would be 4 separate areas that we would need a motion for each section to approve that. So we call for a motion on 3A at this time.
I'll make a motion that based on the foregoing staff report of date July 2nd, 2012, and items 1 through 7 of section 2 included in that report, that if completed as proposed, the development will not materially endanger the public health or safety.
Second. Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion will be carried. We move to call for a motion on 3B.
I move that based on the foregoing staff report dated July 2nd, 2012, and items 1 through 7 of section 2 included in that report will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting property.
Second. We have a motion and a second on item 3B. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. 3B will be carried. 3C, call for a motion.
I move that based on the foregoing staff report dated July 2nd, 2012, and items 1-7 of section 2 included in that report will be in harmony with the area in which it is to be located.
A second to the motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. 3C will be carried. We'll call for a motion on 3D.
I move that based on the foregoing staff report dated July 2nd, 2012, and items 1-7 of section 2 included in that report will be in general conformity with a comprehensive development plan, thoroughfare plan, or other plan officially adopted by the City Council.
A second to the motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. 3D will be approved. We move on, call for a motion for section 4.
I move approval of the conditional use permit to David Awtrey located at 1213 Julian R. Allsbrook Highway for an electronic gaming business with the conditions set forth by the land use ordinance and the planning department in the attached report.
Have a motion, or a second to the motion?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion on the matter? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, no. That motion also be carried.
I guess I have a question, Mayor. On the previous land use ordinance that we did on the changes to the 151, 150, 151, 171, this will be in that same, using that same, those same ordinances.
Yes.
Yes.